Record prediction season in full swing. What can you expect? What are we predicting for Texas A&M in 2025? We'll break it down game by game. We'll take a quick look at the offense, quick look at the defense. Before we do that, though, make sure you are subscribed if you're a Texas A&M fan. Y'all been good to us, getting dialed into the show. That fan base, y'all out there in Aggie Land have started to get more and more, invested into our show over here. So we appreciate y'all for that. Again, make sure you're subscribed. College football, nothing but college football year round. So I think the best way for us to break down like the record prediction is to do that at the end of this thing, but start with the offense side of the football, go to the defense side of the football, little pulse check on the culture, and then we'll get to the actual games. But offensively, I think they quietly have one of the best backfields in definitely the SEC, maybe all of college football, and that's counting in what Marcel Reed is with his legs. Because remember last year when you were watching A&M and Connor Wegman goes down, and then Marcel Reed gets subbed into the game against Florida. Subbed into the lineup, I should say, against Florida, where he's your starter for that game, finds out that morning. And y'all that watch the show, you know I'm very high on the demeanor and the composure of Marcel Reed. I say it a lot, like psychopath kind of traits. Walks in, biggest spot for A&M season at that point in time, in one of the most raucous environments, and like just dealing, absolutely dealing. So I love that part of it. But I think there was a very different vibe you got watching A&M offensively with 10 behind center. Because, again, go back to the game where Marcel Reed was called upon when it came to, hey, we just got to do something different offensively because Connor Wegman, we love you, brother. We can't really protect you, and this game requires something else at quarterback. From that point forward, and whenever Marcel Reed was in the game, the A&M offense just had more juice. More specifically, they had more juice coming from the quarterback position. Like, you didn't need things to go right around Marcel Reed for you to have success moving the football. Now, you would like that, and that's where you start playing your best football when you're on your P's and Q's around your quarterback. But, like, the play could be broken. You miss a block on one side, and he's able to evade pressure, eyes downfield, make a throw, scramble for a first down, whatever it was. And so when your power source for your offense is at quarterback, good things happen. That's why I love the fact that now going into a full offseason of building your system, if you're Colin Klein, the OC in College Station, to Marcel Reed, I am really excited to see what the A&M offense looks like 2.0 now under Marcel Reed. I also think going back to this backfield now, you have Le'Veon Moss, who I know has been in the news a little bit here, but when he's on the field for you, he's a walking first down every 2 touches. Also, Ruben Owens, dinged up last year, didn't really get to see him at his peak powers. If he's healthy, that's another compliment to the offense. And then I know Noah Thomas was, a guy that you counted on last year. I think that they feel probably, I want to be careful how I speak here. I think that you have better weaponry overall in that room right now at the wide receiver position than you had a year ago. Because I think as good as Noah Thomas was, you're sitting there saying as an Aggie, like, man, we love the guy, but if he's our true go-to wide receiver one, we probably limit ourselves offensively with our explosivity we can have. Now, Terry Bussey, stud freshman for you, is going into his second year in that system, so you expect him to take a step forward. And then Kevin Concepcion. Y'all that watch the show, you know I love saying Concepcion, not Conception, Concepcion. Just productive dude for you. I think he'll have a tremendous impact as a wide receiver one here, transferring over from NC State. So I say all those names to say I think that with Marcel Reed as your guy this year at quarterback, and knowing Marcel Reed as your guy at quarterback, going into the season and having a flavor as to what he brings to the table from what he was last year, there is a true identity to this A&M offense. Last year, you had a talented guy at quarterback in Wegman, but I don't know there was ever this is who we are offensively at A&M. And so if you just have your identity, man, like I think that solves a lot of the problems when it comes to how you start out the season. Like you don't have to go through this whole filling out process. Sure, there'll be some growing pains as there is every single year with a new roster, but I think A&M is being massively slept on with what they are offensively with Marcel Reed, with that backfield, with what I just mentioned with the weapons. Like I'm very excited about them. Defensively, bring back a lot of your production from a year ago, return right around 8 starters. Here's my thing, and this, call it lazy, call it generalizing, call it whatever you want to call it. This is how I feel about A&M's defense. As long as Mike Elko is your head coach, with Mike Elko being a defensive guy, I'm going to trust you. Now, was last year perfect? Absolutely not. I know my good people out there in College Station are still like having nightmares around the game against USC. I understand. Just like move forward with me here. Let's turn the page. I think the defense is going to be good enough for what you need. All right, now the leader of that defense is Torian York. He's going into another year in College Station. I mean, Mike Elko said he's going to play his best football this year at the linebacker position. He's been a captain here for you for a minute. So your leadership in the middle of that defense is very much so present. That's going to set the tone, along with Mike Elko, along with the continuity around him. So I love that piece of it. When I think about A&M overall, like, I'll be real, I think they're this year's Tennessee. Like, the schedule isn't all that egregious. We'll talk about that in a second. I think they're going to have a physicality running the football. I think Marcel Reed is going to be, honestly, I think more dynamic than what Nico was last year for Tennessee. Like, I really like the way things shape up for A&M. When Mike Elko got hired, this is what I said. He brings a lot of the things that A&M has been lacking. A&M hasn't been lacking talent. A&M hasn't been lacking buy-in from a resources perspective. What's A&M been lacking? Culture, toughness, all the, what I call the other stuff that wins you football games. Whenever talent's equal or if you have a touch less talent than someone else, he has those things. He majors in those things. So now going into year two, you would expect those things to be more solidified, more in place, and show themselves more for A&M here on their 2025 schedule. So I told you I think they could be Tennessee from what Tennessee was a season ago. Does that mean that A&M gets Tennessee-level results and makes the college football playoff? Let's go game by game and unpack it. You start with UTSA. UTSA, I love you. That's a dub for A&M. Utah State, another dub. Then you go to Notre Dame, a game now that you lost last year in College Station. Last year when you played Notre Dame, to me it felt like Notre Dame was the more settled football team. Okay? I think it's the opposite this year. I think A&M is the team that has more of an identity, that's going to be more composed. This will be the second start for whoever's playing quarterback for Notre Dame. I think A&M wins that football game on the road, going into a bye. So you're 3-0 going in the bye. Then you play Auburn. You beat Auburn, which I think is kind of a revenge feel for the folks out there in that locker room. They remember how that game finished last year at Jordan-Hare. You win that game, and I think at that point you say, now we go. Now we go. You beat Mississippi State. I think you beat Florida again. Go to Arkansas. Treacherous now. Arkansas is treacherous. Go ask Tennessee what happened last year for them. I think you win that game. Then you go to LSU. Now, I'm very high on LSU. I think LSU is going to be a wagon this year. I think you drop that game heading into the bye. But that's not anything that should make you all that concerned when it comes to what you have in front of you for the college football playoff aspirations. After the bye, you go to Mizzou. I don't know who's playing quarterback for Mizzou just yet. I mean, Eli Drinkwitz was on the show during media days. He made it very clear this is a quarterback competition. We'll see what happens there, but I don't know if Mizzou is, what they were in like 2023 where they were a wagon offensively. I digress. I think you win that game. You play South Carolina. Now, South Carolina got you in Williams-Brice a year ago. I think the revenge edge here for A&M is going to be crucial. I think if A&M is able to be healthy in that backfield, I think they win that football game. So at that point, you say, okay, hey, that's 9 wins right there. Staring down the barrel of Samford and Texas. Now, I also love Samford. I love what they got going on out there in the great state of Alabama. I think that's a win. Then you finish with Texas in Austin. I think you lose that game. I think the way that Texas has recruited and the way they have just kind of stockpiled the trenches for the better part of the last few years is going to show itself. But 10-2, that gets you in the college football playoff. And I know everyone's so quick to say, well, I've heard the hype around A&M. Y'all always do this to A&M. It's the logo. It's this, it's that. It's like, I have never once in my life picked A&M to be in the college football playoff. Never have I ever rode that hype train. Got a ticket this year, though. I'll tell you this. The first year I got to On 3, we do record predictions like we're doing right now. We're doing like a social short-form content where it's like it's a rapid fire going through the schedule, win-loss, win-loss. What we say is we're predicting the record in under 60 seconds. First year, pick A&M to go 7-5. And my mentions were just on fire, dude. Like it was egregious. And I was like, shoot, man, this fan base is not playing around. A&M, 7-5. This year, I'm buying stock. I'm in. I'm all the way in. So I think A&M goes 10-2. I think you make the college football playoff. I don't know that 10-2 gets you to Atlanta. I'm not predicting that right now. But if you're an Aggie, this is someone who hasn't believed just yet. Hasn't believed in a long time, and I'm in right now. I don't have the Aggie ring. I'm not singing the war hymn, but I'm picking you to make the college football playoff and to go 10-2. So I know a lot of y'all are saying, just jinxed us. We hear this every year, just jinxed us. Remains to be seen. Let me know in the comment section what your record prediction is for Texas A&M. But the beautiful part about this is the field's going to tell us the truth here in a very short period of time. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We will keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.